Wendy Osefo, 2026, Why Separate Trials Impacted the Osefos' Marriage. On March 4th, 2026, the legal strategy for Wendy and Eddie Osefo officially shifted. A Maryland judge has ruled that the couple will no longer be tried together for their alleged $450,000 insurance fraud case. But this isn't just a courtroom technicality. It's a move that changes everything for the defense and potentially their marriage. While both face the same core allegation, including those infamous 67 cards and the silent ring cam footage that prosecutors say prove a staged burglary, being tried separately means they are no longer a united front in the eyes of the law. Today, we are diving into the latest 2026 court filings to explain the real reason behind the split, how Wendy Osefo is using a speedy trial demand to distance herself from the financial evidence, and what this legal firewall actually tell us about the toll this case is taking behind the scenes and behind closed doors. Let's get into the details. All right, you guys, there is more damning evidence coming out against Wendy. I mean, it's like it's getting worse every single day. And if you've been watching the show this season, she's always thanking people for their support. She did it at BravoCon. I wanted to thank everybody for supporting me. She said that this case has brought her family together, meaning her mother, her sister, her husband. And I just don't know why she's acting like this. Just like she is living in La La Land or something. Because first of all, girl, ain't nobody supporting you. Who's standing behind you? You committed a crime, a felony, and you think everybody is gonna turn a blind eye and just love you for who you are, for what you did, because your name is Wendy Osefo? That's crazy. She's really getting cuckoo with it. So before we get into the new evidence there's no explanation, no getting out of this new evidence, let's talk about the state of their marriage. They're saying that Wendy has completely turned her back on Eddie and expects him to take the fall. And according to the rumors, he didn't know what was going on until he found out what was going on. According to the rumors, late 2025, Wendy had requested that they do a separate trial. But when Eddie asked her, "What are you doing? Why are you requesting a separate trial?" she claimed she had nothing to do with that, and it was the state's attorney that decided to do that. He said that Wendy's attorney explained how it raised the odds for conviction for the state, that if they didn't get Wendy, then they would get him. But he was very, very set on, no, let's go to trial together. Because I really do want to think that he wanted the trials together because he knew he would be set up to be the fall guy. Unless something seriously is wrong with Eddie, he cannot be that slow. So this is why they went back in early 2026 and asked for the trials to be together again. And that's what he thought was going to happen until he went back to court on March 4th when they split the trials up again. And this time it was at the request of Wendy's attorney. According to the rumors, this is when Eddie realized that he was going to be the fall guy. And they said that he was upset about it. They're saying that he just couldn't believe that she would do him dirty like that. I mean, hell, how did you not know that there's no honor among thieves, okay? And that's what you two are. You two are thieves. And I'm going to tell you guys the way that it was told me. I had an insider say, Sharrell, that marriage is done. According to the rumors, her entire defense is going to be, he was the numbers guy. He knew exactly what he was doing. I was just at home doing my job, raising the children. I had no idea that he was planning this scam. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Eddie's been up nights, okay? Just can't believe what's happening to him. But there's been signs all along that Wendy is about Wendy. She doesn't care about anybody in herself but herself. Remember that year when NECA came on and she did everything in her power to get her removed from the show? According to the rumors, NECA was the true housewife who actually lived in Potomac with money. They said that Wendy was so jealous the year that she came on that she got her removed from that show. So now I'm about to look at Eddie the way that 50 Cent's son Marquise did him. Eddie, you thought you were special. You thought she wouldn't do you the way that she's done everybody else. You really thought that?
You thought you were special. You really thought you were special. Who told you you were special? You thought you was special.
So according to the rumors, this put Eddie in self-preservation mode. And according to the rumors, he actually confessed that it was both him and Wendy. That's what I'm hearing. Now, if that's true, he probably shouldn't have married her in the first place. Let's not forget, he does not talk to his family because his family, they don't like Wendy. Also, another thing about this whole situation, if that's true and he confessed, what about the kids? Who are going to take care of the kids? Are they going to become Wendy's mother's new children? That's a lot to put on mom, okay? So don't tell me, Wendy, that she is supporting you through all of this. She's probably mad as hell. They can't go to Eddie's side of the family because they don't really know him like that. This is a big, big mess. So whether you put the blame on Eddie or not, you still have to be accountable for the evidence that they have. Now, we've heard about the 40 credit cards. According to the rumors, they use these credit cards to live off of. And there was a total of 50 until more was discovered. Now there's a total of 67 credit cards. And all of these credit cards were in different names. That's where you hear the Pam Oliver and the Hennessy and just fake names. They actually lived off of these 67 credit cards. They used it to redecorate the house, to build this, to wear all of these lavish clothes. And let me get this part right. One of the 67 credit cards was under the name Eddie Hennessy. So those 67 credit cards is what gives the state motive. Why did they do the things that they did? They were in debt, okay? 67 credit cards in debt. Not only that, as we talked about before, they returned the items back to the store full price before they took their trip to Jamaica. Not only that, in the previous videos that we had, we talked about the phone calls that he had between the insurance company where Eddie was giving out wrong days, and it was just a hot mess. And then there's the email that we talked about last time where Eddie was asking Wendy, what else should we put on the list? But now the new evidence that has come in is quite hard to overcome. So now they're using Wendy and Eddie's own security surveillance against them. They're saying that when the couple went to Jamaica, that they had the motion sensors on. And they can date and timestamp that they were on. Now, everybody who has security these days, everybody's got a ring cam. The motion sensors, you can move your damn foot and that could trigger the motion sensors. So you want us to believe that a whole heist went down and no motion sensor went off? That's virtually impossible. There's also no footage from the ring cam or any cameras for that, but they have footage of people delivering packages, but not the heist. And if you thought that would be hard to answer, let's move on to how come there was no scuff marks, footprints, or fingerprints in the entire home. No sign of one intruder, let alone multiple? No. You can blame Eddie all day long, Wendy. This doesn't make sense. Of course, they also have the footage of Eddie and Wendy returning $20,000 worth of items that they claim were stolen. And of course, there was the infamous wedding ring that she said was stolen, and then she was caught wearing it. I think their own surveillance is the most powerful evidence that they have. That house was not disturbed, okay? Not at all. But you can catch the delivery man delivering packages, but no intruder, no fingerprints in the entire home, which, by the way, they said was pristine clean. The only room that was messy was the bedroom. This really is just a hot mess, people, and I just have a very hard time feeling sorry for them. I don't care about Eddie getting his feelings hurt. You married her, and she just sounds money hungry and will do anything to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, girl, oh, this is a mess. So, I don't care if the marriage falls apart. It's going to fall apart anyway for both of them while they're both locked up behind bars. In the meantime, it's expected for Wendy to go to trial sometime in May. She wants a jury trial. This is going to be a jury trial? Okay, if you say so. And let's not forget, the rumor is Eddie had already confessed and implicated you. This is going to be a mess. And Bravo better not bring her back after she serves her time, just like you did Jen Shaw. A thief is a thief, okay? So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. What do you think about their using Wendy and Eddie's own surveillance tapes against them? That's wild. No motion sensors went off. And what do you think about Eddie allegedly confessing to the crime and feeling like she turned on him first? Okay, you guys, meet you down in the comment section. Bye for now.